Chicos y chicas, today we're going to be doing a super fast, super easy video, conditional sentences. Conditional sentences are also known as C clauses. And remember, C when it has an accent means yes, but C when it does not have an accent means if. So all of these are going to be if statements. And they're called conditional sentences because the outcome is conditional or dependent on something else. So there's two different types of conditional sentences or C clauses. There's C plus the present tense plus the future tense. And I'm not going to go over how to conjugate the present tense because you should remember that. But for the future tense, just in case, remember that you have the full infinitive plus the future tense endings, which are a with an accent, os with an accent, a with an accent, amos, no accent, on with an accent, eas, a, emos, on. And then the other form of the conditional sentences are C plus the past subjunctive plus the conditional. So remember we just did the past subjunctive. You're going to go to the ellos, ellas, ustedes in the preterite, take off the ron, and add ra, ras, ra, Ramos, Ron. And remember, this always has an accent on whatever letter is before the Ramos. So Ra, Ras, Ra, Ramos, Ron. Plus the conditional. And remember, the conditional is the infinitive plus the conditional endings ia, ias, ia, iamos, iais, ion. And the conditional future have a lot of the same irregulars. Well, they have all the same irregulars. So tendra, vendra, pondra, saldra, ker, ar, dir, all those ones. So you got to remember those. And remember, the future tense means will do something. The conditional sense means would do something. So just to practice really quickly, if I meet Channing Tatum, I will hug him. So if is C. And then this is the present tense. So just the regular present tense. Si conozco a Channing Tatum. I will hug him. Him is going to be the direct object pronoun lo. And then will is the future tense. To hug is abrazar. So the future tense for yo, for abrazar, is abrazaré. If I meet Channing Tatum, I will hug him. Versus, if I met Channing Tatum, I would hug him. So C, and then I met is going to be the past subjunctive of conocer. So remember, you're going to go to the ellos, ustedes in the preterite, which is conocieron. Take off the ron and add ra, ras, ra, ramas, ron. So it's going to be conociera a Channing Tatum. Him is going to be lo. And then the conditional, I would hug him. So the conditional is going to be abrazar plus the conditional tense endings, which is abrazaría. So what's the difference between these two statements? If I meet him, I will hug him, versus if I met him, I would hug him. This is kind of what's known as an alternate universe scenario. So this makes it seem likely. So I'm going to Los Angeles or wherever he lives, and I'm going to stand outside of his house. And if I meet him, then I will hug him, right? This is like, you have some type of understanding that this is a plausible or possible scenario. This is more like, if the world were different, this is what would happen. So if I met him, which is not likely, I would do this, which is not likely, right? So this is likely and this is not likely. And the clauses can be completely switched around. So I could say, lo abrazaré si conozco a Channing Tatum. I will hug him if I meet Channing Tatum. Or lo abrazaría si conociera a Channing Tatum. I would hug him if I met him. I can completely change these two clauses. The thing that I can't change is the C always has to go with the present tense. The C can never go with the future. And the C always has to go with the past subjunctive. The C can never go with the conditional. But I can switch the entire clauses around if I want to. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.